Top 9 Best Luxury Electric Cars 2022. Mercedes EQS. The 2022 Mercedes-Benz EQS sedan is the flagship of the brand's electrified future and one of the fanciest EVs ever. Its curvaceous body effortlessly slips through the air for maximum efficiency, and its palatial cabin boasts luxurious appointments and state-of-the-art features for the all-important wow factor. That's made most obvious by the optional glass-covered hyperscreen dashboard. The sizable EV sedan is offered with a 329 horsepower, rear-drive powertrain, EQS 450+, or a 516 horsepower, all-wheel drive setup, EQS 584 Matic. Both utilize a large 107.8 kWh battery that's rated at up to 350 miles of range. While calling the 2022 EQS an electrifying luxury car is an easy pun, it's also entirely accurate. Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. Think station wagons aren't cool? The breathtaking takeoffs performed by the 2022 Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo and Sport Turismo will make you think again. Sure, one ride in a Tesla Model S can have the same effect, but Teslas are cool, wagons are not supposed to be. As the long-roof alternatives to the Taycan sedan, the Turismo versions inherit an advanced electrical architecture and innovative 2-speed transmission that enables repeated big wow acceleration. While Porsche's EV recipe leaves out some traditional ingredients and can't match the range of the rangiest Tesla, the Taycan twins are much more satisfying to drive. Consider that the wagon has a bigger back seat and trunk than the sedan, and its added practically might offset its higher asking price. Regardless, the 2022 Taycan Cross Turismo and Sport Turismo are both useful family hauling tools and great ways to make wagon haters look like fools. They're Editor's Choice winners, too. BMW iX. BMW's electrified future is previewed by the 2023 9 SUV, which offers similar space and practicality as the brand's popular X5, but with cutting-edge flair. Two electric motors provide all-wheel drive and more than ample power: 516 horsepower in the xDrive 50 and a whopping 610 horsepower in the M60, while a large battery pack delivers enough juice for an estimated driving range of up to 300 miles per charge. The 9's spacious interior is lined with fine materials and features a fancy, futuristic design. A large digital dashboard displays the future of BMW's iDrive infotainment system and is controlled by a cool see-through rotary knob on the center console. The 9 has what it takes to compete with established all-electric rivals such as the Audi e-tron and the Tesla Model X, and should stack up well against newcomers such as the Fisker Ocean and the Rivian R1S. Jaguar I-Pace. The 2022 Jaguar I-Pace is a fascinating all-electric crossover that looks good and drives well. Its luxury designation and price will limit its mainstream popularity, but there's no denying that the I-Pace's futuristic facade captures the imagination. This ute boasts an EPA-rated range of 253 miles plus fast charging capability and instantaneous acceleration. The I-Pace also handles more like a sports car than a 5-seat crossover, with its controlled demeanor and tactile steering. Inside, the Jag shows off with cutting-edge design, ample passenger space, and popular features. Although it fell short of its claimed driving range in our real-world test and was slow to charge using a common outlet, the 2022 I-Pace proves that EVs can be electrifying in other ways. Audi e-tron Quattro. The 2022 Audi e-tron has a sci-fi sounding name that teases its all-electric nature, but otherwise it looks like and acts much like a traditional midsize luxury SUV. Its coupe-like counterpart, the e-tron Sportback, has a more interesting appearance but still doesn't command nearly as much attention as the gull-winged Tesla Model X or the jazzy Jaguar I-Pace. While Audi skips the typical EV styling that appeals to the tech crowd, both e-trons boast a sophisticated and tranquil interior, with the fastback Sportback sacrificing some practicality for fashion's sake. A pair of potent electric motors provide all-wheel drive and near-instant acceleration, but both versions are better at cruising than cornering. The 2022 e-tron and e-tron Sportback have short-range estimates, 218 and 222 miles, respectively, but they offset that with notable fast charging times, provided a capable charging station is nearby. Tesla Model S. Without it we wouldn't have the growing selection of electric vehicles we have today, yet the 2022 Tesla Model S remains one of the most compelling and desirable options in that growing market segment. It also earns a spot on our 2022 Editor's Choice list. With up to 412 miles of estimated driving range depending upon model, the S can easily be used for long drives, and the 1020 horsepower Plaid version can deliver supercar acceleration while seating 4 adults. The Model S is also practical, with a large rear cargo area and a secondary front trunk for extra space. New entrants in the luxury EV sedan category includes the Porsche Taycan and the Audi e-tron GT, both of which challenge the Model S in terms of performance and comfort, but its superior range and available semi-autonomous driving technology continue to draw consumers to this Tesla. Mercedes EQC. A growing number of carmakers offer electrified transportation, and Mercedes-Benz had planned to enter the fray with the EQC before pulling the plug on its electric SUV in early 2021. Mercedes-Benz was careful to say that the EQC could be introduced to the US in the future, but for the time being it will remain an option only in overseas markets. The EQC would have been a compact SUV that offered seating for 5. Its fully electric powertrain would have delivered quiet performance, along with the crisp acceleration that's part of the package with many luxury EVs. Its cabin looked appropriately deluxe, with high-gloss plastics, attractive textiles, and modern design. Overall, the EQC's blend of Mercedes-Benz opulence and eco-friendly electrification would have made it an attractive pick for green-minded luxury SUV buyers. BMW iX3. The BMW iX3 electric SUV marked a change of direction for the German brand, at least when it came to building cars that run on batteries. When the 9.3 first showed up, BMW's only previous EV, electric vehicle, was the much smaller i3 hatchback, which was built from the ground up to run on electricity. The i3 had oddball looks, a lightweight carbon fiber construction and fancy rear-hinged back doors. At the time it seemed like the future had come early, in fact, too early for most car buyers, as EVs didn't catch on as quickly as many had anticipated. Perhaps more pertinently, if you're thinking of buying one, the BMW iX3 has a long range, the ability to charge up quickly and, despite its premium credentials, a relatively tempting price tag. Tesla Model X. The 2022 Tesla Model X is a prime example of the EV automaker's brand ethos. Quick, high-tech, and featuring a flashy gimmick in its Falcon Wing rear doors, it presents a unique but expensive proposition in the growing EV crossover segment. The Model X comes standard with 2 electric motors making a total of 670 horsepower and all-wheel drive. A 3-motor version called Plaid makes an astounding 1,020 horsepower and is said to shoot to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. That mega motor version will be available in late 2022 according to Tesla. The Model X isn't as agile as the mechanically similar Model S sedan, but it's surprisingly agile given its size and weight. The cabin is an exercise in modernism, with a giant screen dominating the dashboard providing touch-sensitive access to most of the Model X's features. A third row of seats provides room for the whole family, and the second row can be ordered with captain's chairs.